Hello and welcome to a tutorial on how to use Parent Portal. So this is a portal that will be easy for both parents and students to access in order to get to the student's schedule and grades. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the Beacon City School District website, which is beaconk12.org. Once you're on that website, you see the top buttons on the top right. You're going to want to click on the P, which is Parent Portal. This will be for both the students and the parents to access it. When you click on it, it will bring you to a new tab. In the new tab, the student or the parent is going to put in their username and password. We're going to sign into that, and once you do, the main homepage will be the Grades and Attendance tab. Okay, so on the top, you should see your student's name. And there's a bunch of aspects onto this page. So on the left, it will say the period of the day the student has a class. Then you will have 2 weeks worth of attendance that will be on there. And then it will tell you the course and the teacher that the student is taking. And so far, we have quarter one grades, quarter two grades, and the current quarter three grades. Okay. A lot of these areas, especially if they're in blue, are clickable. Okay, so if you were to click on someone's name, it would take you to their email address and you'd be able to email that teacher. The other option is to click on an assignment. So currently I clicked on Spanish. So this will say Spanish 2, the teacher, and the current grade. It will also have the current teacher comments. So this will be from the most recent either 5-week notice or report card. If I scroll down towards the bottom, this will have all of the students' current assignments. So these are all different assignments, when they were due, what category they get put in, and even names of assignments. This nice blue icon will let you know that there is some sort of description. Okay, so student was required to respond to questions in Spanish. So it could be a little tidbit on what the teacher wanted from the student. Then it will have a grade. So if it has like a 20 out of 20, that means this assignment was already graded. It was 100%. If it has the 2 dash lines, that means that assignment was yet to be graded. Okay. So as the teacher puts in the grades, you'll see these start to fill out. Now, if I want to go back, I'm just going to go back and click on this Grades and Attendance tab on the top left. Okay, this will bring me back to the student schedule, and I can click on another item. So if I'm going to click on Global Studies this time, I see that this is Global Studies, who the teacher is and the current grade. I scroll down towards the bottom to check assignments, and you can see here, there's a lot more grades that are in the grade book here. Okay, same thing though, if I see the blue eye icon, I can click on View and be able to see a comment that a teacher has left. Okay. There's also other icons that may be used. So on the bottom here, it'll tell you a list of the icons that are possible. Common ones that get used are the red circle. That's going to be if the assignment is late. Orange if the assignment is missing. And then a little blue half circle if the assignment was turned in but incomplete. Okay, so these are all important to know. If I go back to the top, I can also click on grades history. And this will allow me to look at my students' grades so far this year. Okay, so this is the current schedule plus quarter one, which is completed, quarter two. And then I could also go back and look at their grades from previous years. So if you wanted to check and say, okay, in 7th grade, how did they do in math? You can go back and take a look at that. The next tab on the left will be the attendance history. So this is important if you're trying to check to see if your student is logging into Google Meets or showing up to school. When I click on this, it starts really far back. So obviously this is back over the summer. In order to get to where we are now, you're going to scroll down. Okay, now we're in August. Scroll down again. Now we're in November. And you can see different codes that are plugged in. Now, all of the different codes have meanings. So if you have questions on what those meanings are, you can always ask a teacher. But some of them, all of the DL distance learning ones are based on Google Meets or virtual learning. If it's just a dash, it means that the student was in attendance for that class. Okay, so the little dots and dashes in attendance. Okay, and then if it says ABT, which I'm not sure if there's any of those here, if it says ABT, that means the student was absent. Okay, so those are all different codes that can be used. If I scroll back to the top, the next tab is going to be teacher comments. Okay. If I click on this tab, it'll say all of the current schedule comments. So these comments will be comments that the teacher placed into the report card or the progress report. So you can see exactly where your student was at the most recent 5 weeks. The last thing on the left that would be most important would be the My Schedule tab, especially with the changing times. Every once in a while, the schedules need to be changed of the students. So if you go into this tab, you can see exactly what time the student has what class and exactly what room they need to go to. Okay, so it's important if your student is maybe switching from remote to hybrid or deciding to come into school. This way they can look at their schedule and know exactly where they need to be at any point in time. Okay. If you have any other questions, always feel free to contact the school. There's always someone here happy to help you navigate through this and understand all of the things that go along with the parent portal.